Okay, so let's talk about this trenches card coming up, man. Pray for my enemies. It goes down May 4th down in Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia, it's kind of like a home game to you, man, because you they love you in Philly.
I've been rocking with Philly for years, man, and it's I love it. I love the vibe. I love the people there. They rock with me. I rock with them heavy. Shout out to Mars, my man
Yeah.
Luke, my man News. Shout out Stiz. Shout out Ines. Shout out Reed Dollars, my man Cassidy. Listen, bro, I'm tapped in with Philly for real. You know what I'm saying? And I really been in them Philly trenches. I done battled on the corners. I done battled at the venues. I didn't, you know what I mean? I do this. I do this.
Okay, all right. So like I said, so you got Easy the Block Captain with Swamp headlining the card. You got Rosenberg and Truffaut, a battle was been supposed to be set up for a while. You got your homegirl Coffee Brown versus Bonnie Godiva.
That's
A
gonna be fire.
couple more of your friends. You got Ace on Me versus Jay Moore. Then obviously yourself versus
Oh,
King.
yeah,
You
yeah. This
got
could this yeah.
Riggs
It's
versus
gonna be crazy.
Jay Murda. Majesty versus Presidential Dubs.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
gonna
this
be
is
highly
looking like
energetic.
you know, yeah, man. Outside of your battle, is there any battles that you want to see
That
that you
that
can't
Truffaut and
miss?
Rosenberg is interesting, man. I want to see that grimy talk from that one, and of course Ace Amin and Jay Moore's crazy. I think all the battles are fire. So, but I think Rosenberg is the one I want to see.
Ace, yeah, Ace Amin and Jay Moore. I think the energy is gonna be different than the battle. And obviously Swamp and Easy though, man. So they've been doing their promos, so that's about to be lit on that also. So yeah, man. What I wanted to ask you is, man, especially everything that happened uh 3 years ago, I think, which I think it was 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and now you're back on the trenches. What's the feeling like right now? What's the vibe like right now? Now that you're back on here.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's just you gotta just be a man of your word, make things right, man. So I feel like I owe Philly one. You know what I mean? Even though I've already been, like I said, I've been tapped in with Philly for years. It's like, all right, me and Easy got a rapport. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We been cool ever since our battle. I didn't know him prior to our battle, so after our battle, we got cool. He hit. We just talk, chop it up. We spar. He hit me up. I'm sparring with him. We going back and forth. But then when I backed out of the car, it put a real strain on our friendship. And so now we really wasn't on in the same frequency, you know what I'm saying? And it was my fault. So it ain't like he did nothing wrong to me. It was like I had to make amends to that. And then, we wound up getting back on the phone and talking and hashing things out. And so, here we go. I'm back. So, hopefully Philly,
How
I feel like Philly
how
they just gonna rock with me or not. You know what I'm saying? They might be against me because it's like I'm the enemy of the trenches considering what I did. But it's like the fact that I said I'm back, I'm here, I'm gonna give y'all a show. Is like, give me a chance. That's all I ask. Just give me a chance to rock out.
how did that conversation go with you and Easy? Was it
I
how
mean,
did
we
it go?
men,
Like,
we're men, so it ain't like it's not like we're gonna hold grudges and bicker back and forth. You did this and you did that. It ain't none of that. It was just like, look, bro, can we let's make this right. You know what I'm saying? And he reached out to me, so it was like he obviously didn't harbor any ill will after a period of time went by. I mean, I'm sure he was very upset with me and disappointed as a friend, not even on no business tip, because we was friends, but like, so I think he just let it go. and said, "Fuck it, man. Let's just try to do this one more
Yeah,
time. Let's spin a block on this. Can we do this?" And I said, "Let's do it." It wasn't even
yeah.
really wasn't even like a long conversation. It was like, "Hey, bro, look, this is what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? You know you got to come make this right. You know you got to make this right, Danny." I'm like, "Bro, you just say less. Let's do it."
I'm glad you were able to do that though, because things were rocky. And I know it did hurt easy though. Like it kind of felt like his big homie let him down, and I'm glad you know you're able to make this up. Hopefully, you make it up in Philly, where the trenches is at, and
Right? Yeah,
and
man.
it,
It was one of the
it,
worst things I felt. It was like one of the shittiest things I've ever done in my life. Not
it,
even just in battle rap, but just in my life. Period. Where you make
because
a business decision, but you strain a friendship.
I tell you this right now, this is actually one of the biggest storylines going into this card right now, because obviously you got swamping easy, but then you got Danny Myers return to the trenches after what happened, and basically Danny is battling his younger self, which is King, one of the hottest guys in the trenches right now. So it's gonna be really interesting though. So it's dope to see that. But outside of this card though, from what we see so far, man, we got to give it a rating. What you rate this card?
I think just like it's a 8 to 8.5. But I don't know what the like when we look at the main event is like, okay, what do Swamp and Easy got to say to each other? What's the angle there? What's the approach? It's just one of those battles you got to watch. Cause I really can't predict what either man is about to do. I do feel like with this being like in that small setting, niggas just really want to rap. Like niggas just want to have some dope bars. So I don't know about as far as like too many personal angles, but I'm not. But then again, that's just me. Like I know when I'm in that environment, I don't really have personals and none of that shit. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I'm becoming a rap. So,
I
but
give it
yeah, I
an
think it's a
8.
solid 8.5 for real, especially when you look at Coffee and Bonnie, and then you look at Ace Amin and Jay Moore, because now there's another storyline there. There's when Ace Amin and Jay Moore had they issues in the past, and you got Jay Moore apologizing on video, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be brought up either by one or both men. And so it's gonna be interesting to see how they approach that. It's a couple storylines
I get
in this shit.
I give it a solid 8 though. It's not, the card of top tiers or anything like that, but it's if you want to hear some good rap, some good bars, you're gonna pay attention to these battles though. It's dope. I'm gonna give it an 8. And we're gonna get straight to it, man. Let's go to our predictions, man. And let's start off with our first battle. We got Dre Majesty versus Presidential Dubs.
I like what Dre Majesty doing. He definitely is a soldier for the trenches. But I feel like Presidential Dubs, man, man, he's so energetic, so entertaining, man. I think they kind of similar for real. They're kind of similar, but I think Dubs been doing it way longer, and he's a bit more experienced. So I got Dubs winning this 2-1.
I got Dre Majesty though. I think Dre Majesty is one of them new guys from the trenches that don't get talked about enough. You talk about the Tex, the Muwops, the J Moores, the Kings, but they don't talk about Dre Majesty enough though. I think he's kind of underrated though, man, and I think this is a statement. Especially being on the bottom of the card. I think that could be really interesting though. I'm taking Trey Massey. All right, let's go to Riggs and Jay Murder. How you feel about that?
Oh man, Riggs is first of all, salute my bro Jay Murder, man. I hate when both of my homeboys be battling, but it, battles is battles. Riggs is an animal. I just seen him get crazy with
EFB.
Bad News, EFB as well. But I remember me and Riggs battled way early, you know what I'm saying? And he was an animal back then. He's only got picked up more tricks of the trade since then. He's added more to what he does. I would like to see Jay Murder really get into his pin bag with this one, and not so much I'm finna disrespect you. I'm a burp in your face. I don't give a fuck, because Jay Murder got that fuck the world attitude for real, and he don't give a fuck about nothing. He's a real street dude, but so is Riggs. So there's that. But I think when it comes to this, the sheer ability of bars and rapping and scoring more points in that small setting, I got Riggs 2-1.
I like what Tone Bro has done with Riggs, man. Riggs definitely been getting these plates, and Bro has been a huge asset, especially managing Riggs. So shout out to Tone Bro. Um, and as far as this battle goes, man, Jay Murder, I think a lot of people sleep on him. I think he's one of the good them guys, especially down in the gates, that really be put in the work but don't get enough credit. But as far as bars wise, in that type of setting, man, if you talk about getting straight to the point, I'm taking Riggs in this battle, though, man. Riggs, Riggs is one of them underrated punchers out there that we don't talk about enough, and I think I like Riggs in this battle, man. I'm taking Riggs over Jay Murder. Um, So a battle that was actually added on this card that I didn't even mention, it got added late on the card, is actually Tex versus Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Two villains. I like the villain matchups. You know what I'm saying? And Tex is one of the newer villains in battle rap. I like how he carries himself. Snake Eyes, obviously one of the bigger villains in battle rap. Snake Eyes coming off a dope battle with Ram Nitty, and he just battled in Houston. Who was that? That was my man Capo. So yeah. So he took the judge. The judge lost there, but he was firing that battle. I'm man, I hate the because I be betting against Snake Eyes so much. I'm going with Snake Eyes. And I know Tex is fire, and he got a unique style. And he's he's pretty much a home game in the trenches. But for some reason, it be the ones where I think Snake Eyes gonna lose. He wins those. So I'm gonna go with my instinct this time. I'm going Snake Eyes 2-1.
So what's scary is Snake Eyes. We haven't heard from him lately, though. Like, he's been chilling. He's been quiet. I don't know. Maybe he's locked in now, but I always picked against Snake Eyes. I don't know why. I just always have him losing battles, and majority of the times I'm right. Um, Tex cannot lose this battle, because if Tex loses this battle against Snake Eyes, we are not going to hear the end of it from Capo and Bash Money. Capo is going to troll the hell out of him if he loses this battle.
Hey, yikes! That's a part of the game, man. Shit, everybody got their own little subplots and sub storylines, and so hey, that's gonna be interesting, man. So wait a minute. So do you got Snake Eyes or you got Tex?
I got Tex. I think Tex will win it, though, man.
Tex, I will say this. Tex should win this battle, but some telling me Snake Eyes is in that grimy environment. I think his bars is gonna hit crazy.
Okay, all right. Next battle we got Ace Amin versus Jay Moore.
Damn, it's almost like, is this a revenge story? Like, this is I will say this. I will say this, man. I respected Jay Moore, whatever their beef was, whatever the issue was. I don't know. I never asked either man about where it stemmed from and why it led to that point. But for a man to get on camera and apologize, I feel like he had to really mean it at that moment. Like, I don't feel like he was bullied. into apologizing. I feel like he did it because he felt like he needed to apologize. But now Ace Amin kind of has been using that as like, I punked you on camera type shit. You know what I mean? This is Jay Moore's chance. I don't want to call it a redemption plot, but it seems like that. And I haven't seen my man Ace. I wanted to see Ace versus Hansel in Houston, and I know they're gonna make that up, but it's tough, man. Jay Moore's one of the trenches guys, man.
Yeah, Ace and Hansel's actually being on the 17th of May.
Yeah.
Hansel's he's booked. He got this Hansel got the 17th of May against Ace. Then he also got what is it, the URL battle against Loso also. So Hansel
Hansel is he's making a little Cody top, he's making a little Cody top 20 for real run right now for sure.
He might have to see the bar god soon. I don't know.
Man, they all eventually have to come see me, man. And me and him been talking about it. I got bars for Hansel right now. I showed him in my phone. Like, I'm already been getting ready for that day. I showed him the bars. Like, look, I'm locking in for you already. So, but yeah, Hansel is a monster, but man, this Jay Moore.
This is a personal battle, though. I think
it's for sure it's personal.
The question is, I hope Ace shows up, and I hope he's well prepared, because this is a big battle, though, and I hope this battle does happen, though. I'm pretty sure it is going to happen. So and I would like to see it, though. I got Jay Moore in this battle, though, because Jay Moore, I think he got the most to prove in this battle, especially kind of felt like how he got played.
It's almost like you gotta win the battle. It's almost where it's like, okay, if again, I don't care about whatever this situation was. That's between them. But again, and I do applaud somebody apologizing if they was wrong. If he was wrong and he apologized, then that's the right thing to do. However, the way it's looking and the way it's playing out is almost like, I don't know. I feel like Ace is carrying it like, nigga, I made you apologize, nigga. And for that reason and that reason alone is enough to where Jay Moore has to win the battle, because you can't, I don't want to say get punked or look like you got punked, but that's what it looked like. You can't let that happen and then the nigga beat you in the battle. Because it's like you don't look right. You know what I'm saying? So
Jay Moore in the trenches.
Jay Moore got to win this battle. I think so. I think he has to win the battle. I don't be betting against Ace Amin, bro. I don't bet against Ace Amin, man. I really don't, man. Not when it comes to the rap shit. And I don't know, man. What happens when Ace go in there and be like, nigga, I beat the fuck out you and leave you traumatized, my friend, grab you, make you look in the camera and apologize again. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like, in the trenches. I don't know. What is Jay Moore got to does Jay Moore got to bump Ace Amin?
I got Jay Moore. Yeah, that would be dope, though. I would like to see him do that.
I don't know if that's the right idea. It's like, right idea, wrong nigga. Yikes. Right idea, wrong nigga, man. Yeah.
So the next battle is a female battle. You gotta love the female battle, especially when you have a card like this. But you got Coffee Brown versus Bonnie Godiva.
Hey, real talk. This might be the sleeper battle. I definitely don't. I mean, I feel like I got to promote my own self, but I do feel like me and King is gonna be battle tonight. But this one has that battle tonight feel to me. I know I don't want people to overlook it. You know what I'm saying? Because the women have made a tremendous strides over the last 6-7 years in the battle rap culture, to where it's not like it's female battle rap. No, they're battle rappers, and they be having better bars than some of the fellas a lot of times. So I just from Bonnie and Coffee's last few battles, and Bonnie just got crazy versus Jay Moore on the aesthetics card. Shout out to None, shout out North Carolina. But and a lot of some people had her beating Jay Moore. So Bonnie cooking, Coffee has been cooking for years. This is a good one. This is a good one. And they both can rebuttal. Oh, I like this one, man. But you know what, though? It's the West, bro. It's the West, man. Like Coffee, like Bonnie peeing fire, but she's more of like the calm, ladylike one that's just gonna beat you with 1,000 slits with the razor. Coffee's like the hood girl that's coming for the knockout. Coffee don't look like I'm about to grab your hair and try to pull your damn weave out. Coffee like I'm trying to sock your ass. Coffee's the hood girl. I got Coffee in this trenches environment. 2-1 in a battle of the night contender. I'm calling it now.
Yeah. I actually agree with you. I think this type of setting is made for Coffee though, man. I think she thrives off of this type of setting, and I think Coffee is a huge favorite going into this battle. Just this type of setting, Coffee's actually more fresh. She's actually been more actually active in this battle. In battles, like she's actually been outside more, I guess you could say. But Bonnie has too. But Bonnie, she's kind of very selective of who she battles and who she wants to take, which is understandable. But I just like the aggressiveness of Coffee, and I think the writing and the pen of Coffee kind of gets overlooked also, just especially how aggressive and how grit and grimy she is when she performs. We know Bonnie has that pen. Sometimes Bonnie, she kind of struggles at times. I'm taking Coffee in this battle though, and this is a neutral field for both of these guys because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
none of
yeah,
the
yeah.
both of them are on the road. But I'm gonna favor this to Coffee based off of what I seen from Coffee's last battle, which she's battled Swamp, she's battled
She beat Swamp.
Prestavia. So yo, I'm taking Coffee in this battle. All right, let's go to the next matchup. We got Rosenberg Raw versus True Foe.
I like this one. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Um, damn man, True Foe. I think his style was built for that trenches environment, and Rosenberg is like, don't just label me as the commentator or the streamer guy. I gets busy, and I gotta remind y'all. So they both been talking a lot of shit too. So I like this one, man. Rosenberg, I mean, considering it's Philly, it's trenches, he should win this battle. Rosenberg should win this battle. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like True Foe coming off that A-Ward battle, he's got a lot of momentum. And I think that momentum might be the difference. I don't want to say Rosenberg rusty, but he might be. He might be a little rusty. And True Foe ain't really if both of them get their bars off clean. Man, this tough, bro. It's really a coin flip. But I'm gonna say True Foe, man. I want to go True Foe because he's been in the field. He's been in the field. Rosenberg doing his thing, and I love what he's doing for the battle rap community as far as commentating with his brother and doing the streams and all that. But True Foe is in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I got True Foe. 2-1.
If I could get the Rosenberg that was considered one of the faces on RBE, then True Foe has no chance of beating Rosenberg. Because during that time when Rosenberg was on his little run, at RBE and he was considered the face, like Rosenberg seemed unstoppable. He seemed like he couldn't be beat. Last couple of performances hasn't been it for Rosenberg. I hope we see that type of Rosenberg. I'm afraid there might be some rust going into this battles because we haven't seen them in a while. Um, and yet I know he's doing his streaming thing and commentating, but I just want to see, if there is rust gonna play in the factor. I don't think it will because I think Rosenberg gonna show people that I actually could do this too. I could do the same thing that Danny Myers does. He could blog and do predictions and also rap at the same time. I could do the same
Yeah,
exact thing.
yeah,
And
that's true.
and
And maybe
I,
maybe the rest is good for him. Maybe that rest that he's had, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna come in there refreshed. Maybe True Foe is gonna be at odds with battling a little bit more often, and he might be a little windy. I don't know. It could work the reverse, but we just gotta see, man.
yeah, I got Rosenberg though 2-1 in this battle. I think it's gonna be a preference battle though. Okay, so let's go to before we get to the main event, we got King versus Danny Myers. What's up?
This is my battle tonight, and not because it's me, but I just feel like I don't feel like nobody on the card is gonna produce as many cold bars as me and King combined. I feel like you about to get 6 rounds of crazy straight punches. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have no angles, no personals. I don't know the guy. I ain't you know what I mean? Like it's really no personals for real. So when I get in these type of battles, this is when I'm at my most dangerous because now I just got like a clean piece of paper that I could just create. I can just make up shit. I can make up bars, just creative bars, and attack this nigga how I feel like it. I'm not locked into a certain way. I have to attack him. Now, as you get the creative Danny that can just kind of free flow and do what I want to do. Now, does he have angles on me? They always do. They always got something to say about Danny Myers and his kids, his baby mamas, his wife, blah, blah. I done heard it all before. Shout out to Sunshine Anderson. But I don't think he's going to use that approach. I don't think he is. But it's crazy because every time I don't think they will, like I didn't expect T-Top to use an angle on me. Even though I should have expected that, but he
Yeah,
told me
he lied to you.
yeah, he lied. So I didn't expect Quest with Cody to have that third round that he had. So every time that I don't think they're gonna angle me, they angle me. So I'm not gonna put nothing past them. But I would like to think that this is the battle where, of course, he's gonna talk about something. You gotta have something to talk about. Everything can't just be random punches. So he's gonna have some type of angle, but I do feel like this is battle tonight. I feel like he's gonna rebuttal. I'm gonna rebuttal. Is you're gonna get rebuttals, you're gonna get haymakers, you're gonna get the screaming into the you understand what I'm saying? Like it's almost like a mirror match. I don't even because I feel like he is when I see King battling and rhyming and doing them back-to-back punches and how witty they be, how creative they are, and the energy and the passion. And that's the thing that I really see the most of like the comparison. Not necessarily our writing or rapping style, but it's the passion in which he battles. I see I see me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Gemini Man. It's like the older Danny versus the younger Danny, and that this battle is gonna be incredible.
I think
Battle of
this
the
is gonna
night for
be
me.
yeah, I think this is definitely battle of the night to me. I think I could go as far as a potential battle of the year nominee because you got two guys that's really passionate about this culture, two guys that don't fuck around. Um, and they got all the bars in the world. They got rebuttals. This is gonna be entertaining, man. If I want you to watch a battle, this is the battle I'm recommending anybody to watch. And then on top of that, you get the storyline of Danny Myers going back to the trenches. You get, the Danny Myers against the guy that's the younger Danny right now. People saying that's comparing him to Danny right now. I think that's going to be interesting, and this could be like a groundbreaking performance potentially for King, for him to break through out of this culture, because they saying that King hasn't been outside to battle anybody else. King don't step outside of the trenches. Yo, he's battling one of the best in the world, man. This is going to be interesting. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna give it Danny 2-1 in this battle. The reason why I'm giving 2-1 in this battle, because I think this is gonna be, with Danny being in the trenches, when Danny has the wall back against them. I think Danny thrives off of that, and I think he's gonna go crazy. And Danny does well against the younger guys, though. When the guys that come up, Danny does really well, and that's one of the reasons why I'm picking Danny 2-1 over King in this battle.
Yeah, I got me winning for sure. You know what I'm saying? I got me winning. There's that. I don't really know what else to say. I'm not gonna say I got King winning, like, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is gonna be a shootout.
Hey, really quick though, I wanted to ask you this, because you went up against, the Flair Souls, the Low Supremes, the Clutch, the Elijah Straight. How do you compare King to those guys as the new guys coming up?
Yeah, he's one of the, because I honestly, the passion in which he raps, I think he got the most passion for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think he's got the most passion for it out of the people you just named. And I love Low Supreme. I love what Clutch does. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are amazing. I love the ingenuity that Elijah Straits brings. His approach to punching. His approach to punching is underrated. Like, I know they call Elijah Strait, you a rum Nitty clone, and you just sound just like Nitty. Even if delivery wise, he may sound like him. His punching is different. So I love that what they do. But King, what sets King apart is I see the passion for the culture. Like, I can tell he loves. That's why I make the comparison. That's why a lot of people make the comparisons, like, oh, this guy remind me of Danny Myers. Like, the way he, you know what I'm saying, is just a passion. And yeah, he's the scariest one. I think this is the scary, like, the younger guys that I've battled, I went into it like, it's just another day in office, like, for real. Despite how talented all these men are, but King presents a different type of challenge, because when somebody loves something as much as you, that's what you need to be worried about. It's almost, put it like this: if two men imagine two men loving the same woman equally. So now, whatever length you're willing to go to get that woman, you got to understand that man got the same level of thought process. He willing to do whatever for that woman too. So now it's like, now it pretty much come down to who get to that gun the fastest type shit. You know what I'm saying? And so right. This is dangerous for me. I'm not gonna lie. This is dangerous for me. I'm not gonna lie. This is a dangerous battle for me. But I mean, they all dangerous. You know what I mean? These are professionals. These are professionals. Everybody's trying to kill Danny Myers, man. Every fucking time I'm in that ring, I wind up getting my opponent's best day. Like 8 to 9 times out of 10, I get my opponent's best day ever. And that's just what I bring. I bring that out of people, and it is what it is.
Right.
I mean, hey.
All right.
This is battle tonight.
Let's go to the main event, man. It's finally happening. Swamp versus Easy the Block Captain.
Yo, Swamp has been on a tear, man. Swamp been on a tear. cannot be underlooked or counted out, or you are not giving him a chance or whatever. All that shit, I think all that shit stopped. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, when Swamp was kind of, for me, I always seen more star power in him than actual skills. I knew he had talent. I think talent and skills might be different. Swamp was always talented. I didn't never think he was that skilled. And over the last couple years, he's developed into a skilled MC. He wasn't always that. He wasn't always a skilled MC. And he's still growing, he's still learning. But the last couple years, he's showcasing real skills in that ring when it comes to that damn microphone. Easy to Block Captain, man. This is his house. This is his house. This is his league. You're not just gonna come in somebody's house and tell them to get the fuck out. Nigga, pack your TV, unhook the PlayStation, get your clothes and shoes, and get out of your house. Nobody's gonna leave their house. A nigga will kill you coming into his house trying to tell him what to do. So I just say all that to say, man, look, man, Easy is a monster. I've been saying it. Check my past tweets. I've said it time and time again. Easy Block Captain is a monster, man. His pacing, his timing, his delivery, the content, the substance, the punches. I don't think he get enough credit as a puncher. He give you that pain talk. He give you that struggle. He give you the drug stories. Easy can punch. Easy can punch, bro. And in his house, he gotta defend his lane. I don't think he gonna let Swamp come in there and kick him out of his own house. Swamp gonna fight good. And I think Swamp gonna fight hard. He gonna come up a little short in this battle.
And I know Easy said that he don't need this win. I actually agree with Swamp that Easy does need this win. Because the reason why is, if he ever want that Tay-Rock battle to happen, Tay-Rock ain't gonna take that battle if he loses a Swamp. I just don't think that will ever happen. I got Easy as the favorite in this battle. Easy has put on, Easy has had some impressive performances as of late. You've seen the Ill Will, obviously the Suge battle. And he got this one, man. And he's at home in Philly. It's like Philly is Easy, man. A lot of people know who Easy the Block Captain is. Like, people are aware of it, and they're gonna be on his side, and it's gonna be a hostile environment for Swamp. But I have seen Swamp did well when he was on the road, when he went against Calico. So I'm not gonna say that, but that Philadelphia crowd, that battle rap crowd in Philadelphia is different than anything else, man. And I think that whole Philly is gonna be against Swamp. They're gonna do their best to root against Swamp. I mean, to not chant for Swamp's bars. I got Easy as the favorite, though, man. I think Easy is gonna have something special for Swamp, and I think it might get really ugly for Swamp, though, man. I'm convinced that Easy might win this battle very clear to me. Like, that's how confident I am in this battle, though. I'm surprised this battle has even happened, but it has happened though, because people wanted to see this battle, and now Swamp, he got the. I want to see what type of approach he takes this battle. Is he going to use that Remy angle, with the papoose and all that? If he
honestly
does, though,
I feel like, okay, for me, if I was to give Swamp advice, I would say you can have a couple bars about it. It's kind of like nobody's about the history of battle rap has shown that no angle never runs out. Niggas, how many times I've been hit with 12K and Vicky and this? You get what I'm saying? How many times I've been hit with that? But I would tell him to just only have a couple bars about that, but please don't base your entire round on Remy Ma and Papoose and because I feel like it's been said the best way it could been said by Geechee, and I just don't want to. I don't want people to rehash that. This is the trenches. Niggas don't even really give a fuck for real about the gossip and all that. We heard it before. Niggas want to hear you rap. Can you rap better than Easy the Block Captain? Can you have better bars? That's to me. But I can't tell no nigga how to write his raps. You approach the battle the way you approach it. That's on him. I'm just saying, me personally, I ain't really banking on that angle.
Yeah, man. I don't think Swamp should spend too long on that angle. If he does, though, I think it's gonna be a bad move for him. So I like I said, I got Easy in this battle, and I got this battle very clear. He's safer, man. I'm making Easy the captain in Philadelphia.
Oh, again, man, this is gonna be incredible. The card is for the rappers. This is a card for the bar spitters. This is a card for the people that are fans of just pure rap skills. And this is gonna be grimy. It's grimy. It's not no Hollywood star-studded shit like you said earlier. It's called the trenches for a reason. Hey. It's marketed and built and promoted as this is the grimy. You know, put it like this. You know, in the movies, you walk in the club and the lights are popping and the strobe lights are going off. The bartender is everybody in there having fun, but then there's a secret door that leads down to the cellar where niggas is shooting dice and it's dark and it's weed and it's guns down there. That's the trenches. We ain't in the glitz and glam part. We going to the cellar in the dungeon with this shit, and so that's how I approach it. And that's how I carry it. So salute. I love the card. I love the battles. I love the matchups. I got my own business to handle that day. And Bar Guy is going to make shit right in the trenches, man. Don't trip. Y'all already know. I don't gotta say what I do. You know what I'm saying?
So the pay-per-view is available. It's $40. I think it's definitely worth the price. It won't be on Rap Grid. If you guys want to go purchase the pay-per-view, if you guys want to purchase the pay-per-view, it will be available on the Easy the Block Captain website at goodthecity.com. Make sure you go cop the pay-per-view.